I'm Renu Blankinship, and you can find me on Instagram at MAKERMINT. I think the project that has received the most positive feedback from parents and is the most accessible is ice play. And this is perfect for your age group that you guys are targeting, which is 0 to 5. Um, I'll walk you through this example. It is there's so many variations. If you have a muffin tin and you filled it with toys, and I've done this for events and parties where it can be themed. Like if it was a Thomas the Train party, you could do like mini trains. But that gives you an idea. It could be plastic figurines, it could be flowers, it could be citrus peels, like which has a scent component to it. So or you could do a mix. And I sometimes have my kids, I put out the muffin tray and they put little things in and fill them up with water, freeze the muffin tray. And then you have these little discs of like frozen, let's say it's the trains, frozen trains, and kids love to like release the train from the ice. So what I would do is I would set out like a squeeze bottle, or you could even do like a sport squeeze bottle that they would use, with like warm water, some salt, because salt will help dissolve the ice, and maybe a toothbrush, and sometimes like a crab mallet or anything to like kind of hit at the ice. And that's like such a great sensory experience for the kids. And so many parents have told me it's just so easy to throw them, like you literally don't have to do much. You just throw them in the freezer, and then it makes for good sensory play. If it's warm out, you can take them outside, you can do it in a tray at home, and like it's great. It's amazing. And you could add scent, you could add like peppermint oil or vanilla, you could add anything. Obviously taste safe. And it's just like a really easy way to take a little plastic toy that would be sitting around and probably get stepped on and make it into an experience. The other idea that I have that I've been wanting to do since Valentine's Day, I saved like those little chocolate sampler boxes where there's like different pieces of chocolate
Yeah.
in each section. And I keep meaning to do this. And I'm like, I should do it soon while people may still have those little boxes. I save them, and I love to use them for Play-Doh, where kids can like make little treats and put them in the section. But this year I was thinking about doing, using Model Magic or air dry clay to make little chocolate truffles and paint them, and then to fit them into each section. And then that could be like a cute thing to play with or to bring out every year on Valentine's Day, like these little, like, tiny truffles that would go in there. So that's in my head that I want to do it. I just haven't had the time to set it up yet. So keep an eye out for that. And then the more I thought about crafts, I was like, it just felt so granny. And I was like, this is not I'm not like, I don't have a granny vibe. So I'm like, maybe crafts isn't a good idea. And then I got this idea. I was like making feels more, because it could be in the kitchen, it could be like crafting, it could be anything. And making is more like what I identify with, as opposed to like crafting, which to me just felt like a little bit like dated. And I could not come up with a name. I came up with so many ideas. I could not come up with a name where the handle wasn't taken on Instagram. That was like literally, I had so many great ideas that I was coming up with. And then she told me, she was like, you need to look on Facebook and Instagram, because those people, even if it's just an IG handle, they have claim to that name. So I couldn't think of anything. And I was taking a nap, and I overheard my kids talking about like where money was made. And they were like, oh, it's a mint, like it's called a mint. And I was like, mint, maker mint. And then I like looked on IG. That's the first place I went. And I was like, oh my God, the handle's open. And mint was like fresh and cool. And like, there's a Cure song called Mint Car that I used to like. And then there's like, it just had the right like feeling to it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to snag it. And I took the handle, and that's it. That's history.